Hi guys, it's Vianna here, and I thought I would do something a little bit different today. We're doing Prison Architect, which is basically let me go back into that window. You are building a prison. This is my already built prison, so I can just show you some of the things. Um, as you can see, you've got one main entrance. I have built a wall all the way around. This stops escaping, although they can tunnel out, but we'll get to that in a minute. This is your bank balance up here. As you see, I'm on day 40. I've got 49,000 and I've got a cash flow of 8,000 a day. You can, at the very beginning, you don't have all of that. So you can go in and get grants, which there seems to be a load of new grants unlocked because there's been a new um, update on it since I played this game. um, you've also got your staff button down here. So the things you need, you definitely need a warden. Where's he gone? There he is. Because that unlocks like your upgrades. You need guards, and you need workmen. Above that, you then starting adding people on beyond that. As you can see, I pretty much have one of everyone apart from I haven't got armed guards yet, and I haven't got a doctor. Um, but I should have a doctor. Let's hire a doctor. So you basically, if you want, each person really has their own space, apart from the workmen. Oh no, they have the staff room, I suppose. So each of them have their own space. So I'm going to put the doctor in my infirmary. I've got split my infirmary and morgue into the same room, which is always a hint. So you start off with nothing. But I've built, well, you've got a space for deliveries, a space for the rubbish, and beyond that, you've got to build everything else. As you see, I've got a massive canteen because I can have up to 172 prisoners, which I think I've done it really a bit overkill for my canteen, but I don't care. I've got all my staff rooms up here, and as you can see, each of them have their own staff room. My forestry's up there that produces wood, which gets transferred to the workshops, which you can get them working. I've got my visitation, my holding cell. You need a holding cell, even though just because when you get to capacity, they go in the holding cell instead of an individual cell. Staff room, which you need one for all your staff, your infirmary and morgue. These are my cell areas. I have all my cells set out exactly the same. And as you can see, I've got solitary off that. I've got the laundry right opposite because it helps to put the laundry right next to the cells, although I should really build more laundry. I've got two shower rooms, a common room, a yard, the classroom which you need to get the education program started. There's my foreman's office. I've got the kennels for the dogs and another staff room up there. And of course I've got cleaning cupboards and stuff like that. So there's a few hints and tips that I've picked up along the way that's kept my prison a little bit calmer. Metal detectors, every flipping where. I've got them on the going out of the canteen, in and out of the workshop, and everywhere in the cells. And I've also got dogs patrolling the cells and patrolling the main corridor. They pick up on things that the metal detectors don't, the contraband, which keeps them from tunneling out. But I will play it and do a shakedown and see just how effective they are. When you do a shakedown, the guards basically go and search everybody, every cell. And as you can see, there's 652 places they can hide stuff. They also find tunnels. Tunnels are the worst because you've got to spend a lot of money fixing them. So far we've only found one spoon, and to be honest, that's usual. You always have loads of spoons because as you can see, the metal detector's going off. loads when they come out, and I don't know why they insist on keep on getting more spoons. But there you go. But as you see, the metal detectors are going ape. They always do when they go in and out of free time. While they're doing the shakedown, and you can see up there, oh, another spoon found. The ways of making money are in the workshop. You have to train them. You have to have a foreman, and you have to train them to safely work in the workshop, which is a recent addition to the game. So I had to build, that's why my classroom's not really next to anywhere. It's been stuck at the end. Um, and they also, you can have prisoners working in the kitchen to help prepare the food. Um, and they also have to be trained for that. Um, can't really think of any tips and tricks for that. I haven't picked up any. Um, the workshop can only get up to 20, so don't build like a huge massive workshop because you won't be able to. You can only have 20 maximum. It took me a while to figure out that one, I must admit. I should have really read the instructions. So far we're doing quite well. 4 spoons in poison. I haven't got metal detectors on the cleaning cupboards because they can't pick up poison. So that's why I've got the guards going around the cell area a lot. I've also got another one, excuse me, guarding up and down here, because that's the other cleaning cupboards there. And it's also where the main officers are, so if they pick anything up, because they can pick stuff up in the offices, and they can pick stuff up, they pick stuff up everywhere, to be honest. So this is, as you can see, it's working quite well having the metal detectors everywhere. You obviously have to have guards coming up and down the metal detectors so they can get people can get searched before they have a time to ditch stuff. Because if the metal detector goes off and then they wander like into their cell, it'll be stashed in their cell. So you really need a lot of guards patrolling. To do the patrols, you basically go into deployment, and there you go. As you can see, is my patrol set up there, and that's how you set up the jobs as well. I don't know why it's wiped them out in there, but it has. So you basically, that's all you do. You just click on it and it deploys them or makes them puts them in jobs or whatever you want asking them to do. Give me a second. I'm just going to open this door because if I can get at it. There's too many people at the door. You can't open and close doors if you can flip and get onto them. Um, so, oh no, somebody's done that one. Oh, there you go. There's a guard there. You can't open and close the doors so that you don't have to wait for a guard to come and do it. But it means when you're like zoomed out this far, it's hard to click on stuff. I play a lot closer to this, but it's easier for you to see what's going on. You can also follow, as you can see, follow visitors, follow staff. If you click on a prisoner, it brings up their little biography here. So it shows you how long they've served, what they're doing, whether they plead not guilty or guilty, if they've got any family, and on the experience it shows you any education systems, any education. If you give me a second, I'll click on him. He'll have education. He's done the workshop safety induction. Oh, and he's doing an apprenticeship in carpentry. That's quite nice. I haven't got anybody qualified for carpentry yet because I've been having minimum security people. Well, they only done 405 things out of thing, and so far they've got one of the battens, guards battens, 11 spoons, and 2 things of poison. Not too bad. So I really like this game. I end up wasting a lot of time. I recommend it, but there's a few things you can do at the beginning. Let me just. No, it's not in there. Go here. If you open the save folder, it brings up everything you've got, all the save, and just go back to the game. In there, you can edit things like your balance, what you need and what you don't, because you've got things like the utilities, which I've like turned off because it was spending way too much money on building electricity and water and things like that. Um, so it's up to how, basically that's how you make the difficulty of the game harder, easier. And unfortunately, I haven't had any violence or anything like that while I've been playing, which I could have showed you. But yes, they riot, they can overtake prisoner. They can have you can have to have sometimes have the army come in to rescue you. But it's all about setting up the right conditions for your prison. But as I say, I recommend it. I really enjoy it. And hopefully we're gonna have some Minecraft back again tomorrow. Thank you for putting up with this little bit longer video. And don't forget to do the usual YouTube things, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.